Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome biggity back, y'all. Hi, friends. My name is Kelsi. If you're new here, hello. I am here for you guys every Sunday and Wednesday, sometimes less, sometimes more, to talk about my VSG journey and other things. It's my hope that through these videos you're able to find the answers to questions you've been looking for, or the path to choosing surgical weight loss is made that much easier. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. Welcome to Sit Down Sunday, the day where we sit down, we talk about something that's been heavy on my brain, chop it up, and just enjoy the day. Today, we're going to be talking about the dangers of continuing to compare ourselves to others while on our weight loss journey. If this shirt looks familiar, it's because it is. It's from my video where I was cleaning out my closet, and y'all, I just can't get over this shirt. I can't let it go. I've packed up everything else. Everything is boxed, tagged, and bagged, and ready to go. But this right here, I couldn't, because I love it so much. It's just something about being able to put on an oversized flannel material shirt, and I can do anything. And I can clean the house, I can make a video, I can lounge with my boo, I can go to sleep. It is the perfect catch-all shirt. So just, bear with me as I fight through the need to keep this shirt. I have it on, and even right now, I just feel like I look so cute in it. So forgive me. But anyways, we're going to be talking about the dangers of comparing ourselves to others while on our weight loss journey and how it can affect us negatively. I think we need to understand initially, why is comparison dangerous at all? I think that, like I've mentioned before, we want so bad to be able to resonate or to relate to another person that we begin comparing our journeys to theirs if they don't match up. And I think that once you begin comparing yourself to other people, you don't know how to stop. It's like a constant thing. You're constantly comparing yourself to another person's weight loss journey, and it's not yours. That can be very dangerous and very detrimental to your mental health and also your progress. Because eventually you're going to get to your goal weight. And then if you're comparing yourself to someone now, you're definitely going to compare yourself to someone then. It's not going to stop just because you've hit your goal weight. Like, you'll do things like, well, I need skin removal surgery, and why doesn't she need skin removal surgery? Or, she's having issues with her apron flap and I'm not. Or, what did I do wrong to where my journey isn't fitting hers? And I've lost 112 pounds and she's lost 116, and she's only 10 months out, and I'm 12 months out. I'm such a failure. You really have to train your mind to understand that your journey is your journey and your journey alone. It doesn't matter who's around you. This is a one-man band. Guess we're all in the orchestra, but it's a one-man band. One man, one sound. One band, one sound. But individual sounds. That doesn't fit the situation, but you get what I'm saying? Like, your story is your story. And although they're similar, you can't compare yourself to me. I get a lot of emails and comments saying, oh my gosh, I'm a year out too, and I've only lost 90 pounds. That may be because your starting weight was lower than mine, or you're just a slower loser than I am. That doesn't mean that that's a bad thing. It doesn't mean that it's a good thing. It's just, that's your story. So you can't compare yourself to other people. It's dangerous. Train your mind to get you off of that crazy train. You have to do it, or you're gonna lose yourself in comparison, because you're not gonna be able to see yourself because you're gonna be too busy looking at other people around you. I think it's important to understand next that comparison can sabotage your progress. On social media, all you're seeing, and this is like, Facebook, this is Instagram, this is Snapchat, this is YouTube, this is my story, anyone's story, you're only seeing little snippets of people's lives. And even though I'm real, raw, and uncut, this may seem easy. You may watch my videos and be like, God, Kelsi is just out there and it just looks so easy. But I'm struggling. Why is she not struggling the way that I'm struggling? I don't have my camera on 24/7, unfortunately. I wish that I could, but it'd be an all Kelsi all the time show. And I don't know if you guys want to see that. But just because you don't see the full picture doesn't mean that my journey is any harder or less hard than yours. We could be in the same struggle bus together. I could be sitting behind you, but you can't see me because I'm behind you. What I share with you guys is me on my good days. Me on days when I am able to give and deliver information that can be helpful to you. I don't want to always come on here in tears or in, extreme duress, because that doesn't give an accurate portrayal of the journey either. The journey is not all bad. The journey is not all hard, but it's not all easy either. If my journey included every aspect of my journey, the ups, the downs, the ins, the outs, the blacks, the whites, the yellows, the purple, it would be completely boring and it would be too much. You wouldn't want to take your time to watch videos or to sit down and pay attention to that because it's too much. I say it all the time, it's trauma dumping. You don't always want to be involved in someone's negative moments, and that's why it's good that we're able to spare. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't happen and that you're the only one that's going through it and that I'm not going through it or whoever's going through it. You really have to understand that even though social media doesn't accurately portray what the journey is after weight loss surgery, does not mean that it's not happening. And it's easy to look at someone else's journey and see their wonderful outcome. And, you can look at me. So I'm going to use myself as an example because I'm the only me that I know. So you look at me now and you see, God, she lost so much weight. And then it's like, well, why am I not where she is? Why do I not have the same results as she is? Why do I not look the way that she does? Or why do I not feel the way that she does? And you then feel robbed. You feel robbed of the progress that you've made. You feel robbed of the 95, the 100 pounds that you've lost. Or, there's different aspects of my journey that don't fit yours. And you feel like, you know what? Why am I even doing this? Why am I even continuing to eat right? Why am I even continuing to get 10,000 steps a day? Why am I even continuing to do this? Because my journey, I don't look the way that Kelsi looks, or I don't feel the way that Kelsi feels. And you feel robbed and you feel inadequate. That is a danger of self-comparison. That's a danger of comparing yourself to me when our journeys are so different. And a lot of times comparison gives you that why bother sensation, and then you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna go have some popcorn, or I'm just gonna go eat some ice cream, or I'm gonna eat some slider foods, or I'm gonna binge on carbohydrates because I don't feel good and I feel sad and I feel down. We have to stop comparing ourselves to others because it's all it does is puts you in this negative bubble, and it's just a circle of repetition. You have to break that cycle, and it starts with you. Focus on your journey and your journey alone. I'm going to say that so much in this video, you're going to be like, oh my God, she's saying it again. But it's true and it's real. Focus on you. Your journey is your journey. My journey is mine. The next thing I want to focus on, when you're comparing yourself to other people, it takes the focus off of your responsibility to yourself. I can promise you one thing. Our journeys are different, but I can tell you one thing. None of us, not one of us within the weight loss surgery community has had effortless, easy weight loss. It's taken commitment, it's taken drive, it has taken a full life change. Each one of us have had moments where we want to give up, moments where we just didn't want to do it anymore, moments where we question our decision on whether or not having the surgery was right for us, stall-related frustrations, home life-related frustrations, job-related frustrations. That's just the reality of it. We all go through things. But when you're concentrating on how lucky another person is, it takes away your responsibility to take care of your business for yourself. You're not thinking about the discipline and the time and the commitment that it took for that person to lose that weight. You're not thinking about the unrealistic life changes that we have to make. You have to go from eating whatever you want to eat, however you want to eat it, as much as you want to eat it, whenever you want to eat it, to eating almost nothing and not being able to enjoy those delicious foods that we loved at one point in time, being able to take our emotions, the feelings, the thoughts, the negative stuff that we're going through and dump it into food and then eat it. And then it's just a cycle. You're not looking at that. You're not looking at how it's not magic to lose weight. People who have lost 150 pounds, 200 pounds, they didn't do that overnight. I am in a week, I will be a year out, and I've lost a little over 100 pounds. I say about 110 to 112 pounds. I'm kind of bouncing, I'm stalling and moving slow. But at the end of the day, this has been one of the biggest commitments to myself I've ever made. And I don't show that in my videos because, like I said, I share things, but I can't share everything. And if you focus just on how lucky I am to have lost weight or how lucky I was to have whatever type of post-op life, you're not focusing on you. And you're the main reason that you had this surgery, or you were supposed to be. Instead of focusing on others' luck or others' journeys or others' outcomes, focus on your diet, focus on your exercise, and your lifelong commitment that you've made to yourself for a better and healthier life. And it will keep you from worrying about what others are doing and looking at their journey and thinking, God, if I could only be like Kelsi, or if I could only be like Tiffany over there, my life would be so much better. No, your life is good and you're headed in the right direction. You just have to get there. It takes time. It's a commitment. It's a marathon, not a race. Now that we talked about the dangers of comparing ourselves to others' journeys, let's talk about how we can stop doing that. Number one, focus on your own goals. I know it's easier said than done to keep your eyes on your own paper. Don't look at anybody else's paper. Only focus on yours. I know that's easier said than done, but it is truly the way to minimize your frustration and also your self-doubt. It's one thing to get advice from, your keto brothers and sisters and build from there, but there's so much advice out there. There's some people who do keto. There's some people who intermittent fast. There's some people who work out 12 hours a day. There's other people who only eat 1,000 calories, a day, for the life of their journey. But I think the most important thing is to remember you have to redirect your attention back to your journey. Redirect your attention to what you need to be successful. And once you do that, it turns off all the noise from all of the other, people in the community, which you can talk to. There's nothing wrong with sitting down and meeting minds with people who are on the same journey with you. But you cannot base your journey off of another map. You can't come over here and get my map, because there's other places that I want to see along my journey or that I'm trying to get to that you may not necessarily need to go to. Your map is your map. Focus on what you have going on. And once you turn off all of that noise, you're able to redirect yourself right back onto the track where you need to be, where you can focus on your plan and your weight loss. The next thing I would advise, it would be to start having positive self-talk. It's kind of like having a mantra. So if you're on social media and you see other weight loss surgery patients and their story upsets you, because I see this a lot in my group as well, people will be like, I can't really, it makes me so upset to see other people, losing weight and I'm not losing weight. It's triggering to me. It makes me get down. It makes me feel really bad about myself. If you're on social media, whether it be my group, whether it be on Instagram, wherever it is, if you cannot force yourself to scroll past whatever that person is, posting or being happy about, and you begin to negatively self-talk, stop yourself in that moment and repeat this to yourself. Not my journey. You have to understand that it's not your journey. You can be happy for another person and you can give another person positive feedback, but understand that their journey is not your journey. If you're tempted to compare yourselves to what you see on social media and you can't really move past and it's really affecting you negatively, just remember it's not your journey. And the truth is, it's not your journey. That patient may have had a lot more weight to lose than you did, or that patient may have had different health situations that made that person lose more weight, or maybe they hit the biggest stall they had ever hit in their weight loss career 2 months prior to posting this post, and they did a big, massive pound drop. And this is their first post they're able to post in months because they just now have lost or gotten to their goal weight. Understand that it is not your journey. It's not your journey, but it is okay. It's okay to feel upset, and it's okay. It's natural to feel down, but you cannot let that determine where you're going. Understand and repeat this mantra to yourself. Not my journey, not my time. The next thing that I really feel like I try to push, because I needed this. I needed this in the beginning of my journey because I was so numbers driven. I was so scaled crazy that I forgot that my body was changing. Celebrate every success. Celebrate everything that you have done that your body is doing. Are you able to cross your legs now? Are you able to button your seatbelt with no problem? Are you able to walk up a flight of stairs? Are you able to wear your hair in a high ponytail and feel confident and sexy and feel completely okay with who you are? Are you able to take full body pictures? Are you able to wrap a towel around you? Are you able to fit into a size 14 jeans after 20 years of not being able to? That's mine. I want you guys to celebrate your successes. Your successes are important. Your major wins, of course, is the weight, but those little tiny ones that add things to the puzzle, don't forget those because those help you mentally. You may not see the scale moving, but you being able to cross your legs or to jog, y'all. I got on the treadmill when I was at the gym and I was able to jog for 3.5 minutes. Now, listen, I ain't no marathon runner, but I'm going to tell you one thing. I have not been able to jog, and I can't remember how long. It's the little things. It's so many little things that add up to big things. And one day I'll be able to, I think I'm going to try and find a clip one day and show it with you guys. It was something that I think it was a pastor had shared, and he had filled this jar with pebbles. It was like big pebbles. And those are your major milestones. Those are your big weight loss things. But there were spaces in between those big rocks. And then he filled it with sand. And I feel like those are, some of our, our fears and doubts and, a little bit of whatever. And there's still cracks and there's crevices and there's still spaces where things need to fill up that area. And then he came with water. And those are going to be our non-scale victories. And every crack and every crack and space and hole was filled with that water. And that person or that jar was complete. You have to look at every aspect of your weight loss journey because you are going to feel incomplete if you don't. Celebrate your small wins because they are very, 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 very important. And that's going to help you keep focused on your goal and not compare to others. Last but not least, put together your own type of then and now, before and after, old me, new me, whatever you have to do to be able to compare yourself to yourself. You don't have to look at anybody else because you have you to look at. And that's why I stress the point, take pictures. Take pictures, take pictures, take pictures. Even if they're just face pictures, your face is going to change so much. There were, like I said this before, there were times before my surgery that I felt, that I was a skinny legend because I had lost 6.5 pounds doing keto for 3 months. And I look at that time and I look at those pictures and I'm like, okay, maybe I wasn't the smallest. And I look at myself now and I'm like, okay, so that's what actual weight loss looks like. Take pictures of your journey. Allow people to take pictures of you. I know it's uncomfortable. And I know that, you probably, if you're like me, you didn't take full body pictures at all. Like I just wasn't a full body picture vixen. But allow people to take pictures because my significant other, he'd be like, hey, like, let me take a picture of you. You look really different. So he would take pictures of me and he'd send them to me. And I'm like, oh my God, like I have really, really, really changed. Do that. Create your own before and after. Create your own comparison tool. You can look at yourself from the beginning to the end. And it's so cool to compare yourself to yourself. Put a mirror up to yourself and look at yourself as who you are now compared to then. And that will also help you keep on track and not compare to others along the way. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a really good topic for me. I really like talking about things like this because I feel like it's things that I still need to hear. I still find myself comparing myself to other people's journeys and thinking like, God, why am I not losing weight like she is? What am I doing wrong? And then I have to remember, not my journey, not my time. I love you guys so very much. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't and you would like to be, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here. Also, if you haven't and you would like to, go on over to my Facebook group, One Bite at a Time. It's a safe place to talk about hard things. We get together and we talk about everything. And it's a really positive and nurturing environment. I think you'll find it kind of cool. We're kind of dope over there, huh? If you're looking for the unfiltered and the not sugar-coated view into what a bariatric patient's life is like before and after surgery, I think you're in the right place. But if you're looking for a more sugar-coated and an easier on the tummy view to it, I don't think I'm the one for you. Thank you so much again for being here. If you haven't, hit that like button on my video, leave a comment down below and say, not my journey, not my time. I love you guys. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. This is not your journey. My journey is not your journey. Your journey is not my journey. Not my journey, not my time. I love you. Love yourself. Be good to yourself. Be good to other people. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. Today, as you guys can see, we're going to be talking about the dangers of continuing to care. Now that we talked about the things that can happen when we concentrate and focus on others' journeys instead of our own and compare them to ourselves, let's talk about how to break that